බුද්ධං සරණං ගච්ඡාමි.
Saranang gacchami.
මං සරණං ගච්ඡාමි.
Dhammang
Dhammang
saranang
saranang
gacchami.
gacchami.
සංඝං සරණං ගච්ඡාමි.
Sanghang
Sanghang
saranang
saranang
gacchami.
gacchami.
යම්පි බුද්ධං සරණං ගච්ඡාමි.
Yampi buddham saranang
Saranang
gacchami.
gacchami.
යම්පි ධම්මං සරණං ගච්ඡාමි.
Dutiyampi
Yampi
dhammam
dhammang
saranang
saranang
gacchami.
gacchami.
යම්පි සංඝං සරණං ගච්ඡාමි.
Dutiyampi
Tatyampi
sangham
sanghang
saranang
saranang
gacchami.
gacchami.
අතියම්පි බුද්ධං සරණං ගච්ඡාමි.
Tatiyampi
Tatyampi
buddham
buddhang
saranang
saranang gacchami.
gacchami.
අතියම්පි ධම්මං සරණං ගච්ඡාමි.
Tatiyampi dhammam
Tatyampi dhammang
saranang
saranang gacchami.
gacchami.
අතියම්පි සංඝං සරණං ගච්ඡාමි.
Tatiyampi
Tatyampi
sangham
sanghang
saranang
saranang gacchami.
gacchami.
පානාතිපාතා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි.
Anatipata
Anatipata
veramani
virmani
padam
sikkhapadam samadhiyami.
samadhiyami.
දානා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි.
Adinadana
Dinadana virmani
sikkhapadam
sikkhapadam samadhiyami.
samadhiyami.
ආමේසු මිච්ඡාචාරා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි.
Kamesu
Ame
vichachara
svichachara virmani
padam
sikkhapadam
samadhiyami.
samadhiyami.
ආවාදා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි.
Musavada
Musavada virmani
sikkhapadam
sikkhapadam
samadhiyami.
samadhiyami.
ආමේරය මජ්ජ පමාදට්ඨානා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි.
Ramere Majapamatattana virmani sikkhapadam
sikkhapadam samadhiyami.
samadhiyami.
සමන්ත චක්ඛවාලේසු අත්‍රා ගච්ඡන්තු දේවතා සද්ධම්මං මුනි රාජස් සුනන්තු සග්ග මොක්ඛදං ධම්ම ශ්‍රවණ කාලෝ අයං භදංතා ධම්ම ශ්‍රවණ කාලෝ අයං භදංතා ධම්ම ශ්‍රවණ කාලෝ අයං භදංතා නමෝ තස්ස භගවතෝ අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස නමෝ තස්ස භගවතෝ අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස නමෝ තස්ස භගවතෝ අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස යෝච වස්ස සතං ජීවේ අපස්සං අමතං පදං ඒකාහං ජීවිතං සෙය්‍යෝ පස්සතෝ අමතං පදං තී. Dear Dhamma friends, Los Angeles Dharma Vijaya Buddhist Vihara had organized a special Dhamma session in this year for any retreat. Most of the days we deliver Dhamma talk in Sinhala language, but today I have to deliver this Dhamma talk in English because of the sponsorship. Today Dhamma talk was sponsored by Mr. Mi Nguyen and Giayo Nguyen and Manjula. They live in Northern California. This family is very important and special to our temple, among other temples. Whenever we have any events, this family always do their best to make that event success. And this Dhamma season also, they have sponsored 7 Dhamma talks. Not only that, they take care of Bhante Piyananda very well and other monks, and they do many good things. And also they participated in many ways for our temple events. And today also they sponsor, and always they wish their daughter Manjula to have a successful life. And always, I mean, these days she's studying, and as parents, they want to bless her for her health and success. And after Dhamma talk, let's share merits and energy with everybody. And now everybody is listening to the Dhamma talk. These days, we get topics for the Dhamma talks from Dhammapada, the book of Dhammapada. Everybody knows that. Today also, I quoted very special stanza out of that Dhammapada book. The Pali verse says, Yoja wassa satang jeewe, apassang amatang padang, ekahang jeevitang seyo, passato amatang padang. This verse also very important for our day-to-day lives. The meaning of this stanza is, if a person live a single day with practicing Dhamma, is better than a person live 100 years without practicing Dhamma. Simply, if I explain simply, we know a lot of people live in this world without doing any good things. And the Buddha emphasized that their life is not valuable. But if a person live a single day with doing good things or practicing Dhamma, it's more valuable than the other people. When we hear this meaning or this stanza, that's common for that this is common for this audience. When we see this audience every day, you listen Dhamma talk, and if you don't come here as a habit, you do a lot of good deeds and good action for you, for society, for the country, and for the others. You do many good things. That means your life is more valuable than if a person lives 100 years without doing anything or without doing good things or practicing Dhamma. That's the basically meaning of this stanza. There is a behind story for that stanza. There are 2 stories, but both of them are related to each other. First one, the city of Savatthi. When Buddha lived in the city of Savatthi, we call Savatnuvara, there was a wealthy merchant, and we call Situ. That merchant has big amount of wealth, treasure. He had jewel, he had gold, money, and diamond, gems, and etc. Somehow, according to this story, all his wealth or all his treasure became unvalued. According to the story, it says those things, the object became the charcoal. Scientifically, I don't know how to explain how it happened and why it happened. That's the story said. Personally, I have experienced a thing in my life. Years ago, one of our Sri Lankan member found a very big gem. It's a very big gem. I saw that. And one day, he came to the Colombo city to sell it. Before that, he came to our temple. And then they went to the gems market to sell it. Unfortunately, the chairperson wasn't there, but they valued that couple of 100,000 rupees. Somehow they explained this person to come back another day to sell it. And then they returned, they came to temple, and then they went to their village. And that day, the next day, they came and they show the gems to the people. And unfortunately, then gem was unvalued. And then the person got heart attack, and suddenly they had to admit him in hospital. That was a true story. When I read this story, I remember that what had happened when I was in Sri Lanka. That was true. In here, this story, this wealthy merchant's, all his wealth became charcoal. And he got so upset and he didn't know what to do. And he was crazy and he was crying. And then one of his friends visited him and advised him, don't worry, I will give you a suggestion. I will try to fix your wealth to return like again to valuable. What he asked was, he asked this wealthy merchant to take this charcoal to the market. And this market, many different people sell different items. And this friend asked this merchant to sell this charcoal. And while he was selling, many people may ask, why are you selling charcoal? What is the purpose? What is the meaning of that? Many ask that. And tell them, everybody is selling whatever they have. I sell charcoal because that's the only thing I have. Nobody wants to buy that. And then this wise man, the friend, told him, at one point, any person come and ask, Father, why are you selling this much valuable jewelry or gold or diamond? Then you ask him or her where they are. And that person explained, showing you a charcoal, there you go. You are selling valuable thing with gold or diamond and jewel things. If someone tell you, that means they may see this charcoal as previous valuable thing. If someone tell you request them to take a handful of charcoal and to your hand. When you get that, this old charcoal became again to valuable jewels, as the story says. And then this wealthy merchant followed his friend's advice, and he went to the market. The same thing happened. And then again, this friend explained him, if a young boy came and revealed this charcoal as a valuable thing, your daughter married to him. If a girl did that, your boy married to her. That was the agreement. And then he went to the market and he started follow his friend's advice. That's the first thing. And then the same time, there was a poor girl, skinny girl, called Kisa Gotami. Our friends have heard about the name, maybe the story. Kisa Gotami, the meaning of Kisa means skinny. Gotami is his name, Kisa Gotami, skinny lady Kisa Gotami. So that wealthy merchant was selling valuable thing, jewel, like charcoal. And then she questioned, father, why are you selling these valuable things, as his friend's advice? And then this merchant request daughter, give me some handful of charcoal or the jewel to my hand. And immediately that charcoal became valuable jewel. Then he asked his son to marry Kisa Gotami. And then after a little time, Kisa Gotami delivered a baby. When the baby was a toddler, a young baby, very young age, the baby died. And then everybody explained and everybody told her that your baby was died. Kisa Gotami didn't want to believe that. She loved so much her baby, and she embraced her. She embraced the corpse, and with grief, she was wandering here and there. And then she was find some medicine to cure her baby, crying and running and wandering. And she visited doctor to doctor and people to people asking some medicine. And everybody explained, this is useless action. Your baby was died, and she didn't believe that. I remember 2 or 3 weeks ago, there was a news in Animal Kingdom. There was a mother elephant in Sri Lanka, and she was carrying her deaf baby for a few days in the jungle. That's the mother. This is the mother nature. All the mothers, all the parents love their kids, and here Kisa Gotami loved very much, even though people explained her her baby was died, she didn't want to believe, she didn't listen to them. She really thought that she was able to cure her baby. She was able to find the medicine. Therefore, she visited place to place. Finally, some wise man advised and guided her to the doctor, to the Buddha. And he knew that Buddha will explain her somehow the impermanence of life. And Kisagotami believed this wise man, and she asked, "Where's the Buddha?" And then she followed his guidelines and she approached the Buddha. And here, the Buddha wisely approached her. Always, Buddha checked their background and surrounding before Buddha applied a method to a person or giving a Dhamma talk. Buddha wanted to realize what kind of techniques he used or what kind of Dhamma. And also Buddha wanted to know the level of their education and capacity of their brain. And that's how Buddha always gave or delivered the Dhamma. Sometimes he delivered very deeper Dhamma, the people who has enough capacity to absorb deeper Dhamma. Sometimes Buddha explained very simple way Dhamma to the people who has very limited capacity to absorb Dhamma. In here, the Kisagotami was also the kind of that character, and Buddha used very good technique here. If Buddha told her her son was died, she doesn't believe. Therefore, Buddha said, yes, I can make some medication for her. Then the Kisagotami was happy and silent and wanted to listen to the Buddha. And then Buddha explained her, to make the medication, I need some materials. And then she said, okay, I will bring any materials, whatever you want to. And then Buddha said, I need handful of mustard seeds. And then she said, okay, that's easy. I will bring some. And Buddha said, no, I have a condition. You have to find the mustard seeds, a house where nobody had died. And she took it easy. She thought that was an easy task. And she said, yes. Happily, she went away to find the mustard seeds. And then here, when we listen now, when we see this dialogue, I remember the story of lion and dog. It's look like here doctors, Western doctors or some other doctors. When we have a sickness, doctors always do some research and find out the solution for that sickness or what kind of medication to cure that sickness and what kind of food the patient has to follow. Those kind of things always doctors recommend us. The doctors try to cure the sickness. For example, if someone has a heart attack, the doctors always prescribe the good medication to cure the heart attack. and they suggest certain food to get rid of that. And also they recommend some exercise to control things. But Buddha was different. Buddha didn't follow that part. Buddha followed the opposite way. Buddha always wanted to find out the cause of sickness. Always Buddha treated to the cause of the sickness. Like the lion and the dog story. If you throw an object to those animals, lion and dog, except food, if you throw them away food, or if you throw them food, definitely they try to grab the food. That's the animal's behavior. But except food, if you throw an object, always the dogs follow that object. Dogs try to go and catch that object. But lions runs opposite way. Lions always check the way, the direction, where is that object coming from, or who throw that object. Lions always find that. If it is a man, the lion follow the man and kill, and if it is another animal, the lions follow or chase that animal. That's the way lion does. But dogs different. The same way, always Buddha wanted to find out the cause of things. And Buddha recommended some exercise or some medication or some food or some guidelines to stop that cause. Therefore, on that day, Buddha explained and Buddha advised Kisa Gotami to find out some mustard seeds to make some medication for your baby. But Buddha given a condition. She has to find the mustard seed where in a house nobody had died. And she went to a house and knocked the door and asked some mustard seeds to make some medicine. And then they said, yes, we have mustard seeds. And before she get that, questioned, did anyone died in your house? And then everybody said, yeah, my mother died, and my father died, my grandparents died, my son died. Everybody has death experience. Everybody had died in all the houses. She walked near and far, hours and hours, to find the suitable mustard seeds. She was failed. She couldn't find even a single mustard seed because every house has died someone. Then she realized, oh, everybody's dying. This is not only for my baby. This experience is not for mine. This is not only comes to me. And she had awareness. Buddha gave the path, a way her to get the awareness. See, Buddha was a very good counselor. Then she approached the Buddha and she explained the Buddha. She explained now. Earlier, Buddha wanted to explain her. She baby was died. But at this point, she explained to Buddha, my baby had died. And she had awareness. She believed that. And she realized that everybody is dying. At that point, Buddha quoted very nice stanza. to deliver a Dhamma talk. Tang putta pasu sammantang vyasatta manasang narang suttang gamang mahogova machu adaya gacchati. People who don't care meritorious act and only care for their children, money, houses, and job and material things, those people go to death like a village that faced a big flood. If I explain you like a simple way, some people always sacrifice and spend their time with their child, for their child. People spend whole their life for their jobs, for the money, and for other material things, for luxurious things. But the holy life or for the meritorious deeds. Everybody is dying, but here would they emphasize, if someone sacrificed their whole life for the material's life, their death is look like the villagers who face the big flood. We all have experience about the big flood. I mean, big flood. When a flood comes, a big one, we cannot save anything. Sometimes we cannot save our life. We cannot save our belongings. We cannot save our loved one, because the flood takes all our belongings to the ocean. Our money, our jewelry, our certificates, and everything. We don't have any chance to get any good things for our life, for valuable things for our life. Same way, if we don't practice good things, always we sacrifice our time with the others or for material things, we will be alone in our circle of samsara. We cannot grab any good things for the samsara. We cannot create valuable things or useful things for our samsara. That means merits. And then here, Kisa Gautami didn't want to practice Dhamma at the beginning. She was struggling to find out some medication for her deaf baby, and she didn't pay attention for anything else. If some people work like that, only they care about the material things, they will be fail in their samsara. Buddha explained that, and then Kisa Gautami understood the truth, and she realized her baby was died, and she realized that everybody's dying, and also she realized that we're supposed to not only go for material things. We're supposed to go for like a meritorious, follow the meritorious act or do some good things. And then she requests the Buddha to be a nun, and Buddha accepted that, and Buddha turned her into a nun, and she realized everything and the truth, and finally And at that point, she attained the first stage of Eightfold Path and Eight Noble Path, Sotapanna. And then she spent her whole time to meditate and attain the Nibbana status. And she get an object like a oil lamp, and that was her object. And she focused the flame of oil lamp. Whether we don't see the real flame, it's on and off, always. We don't see that. We cannot see our wicked eyes because our eyes is not sharp enough to see that reality. But Kisa Gotami saw that reality of the flame, and she focused that, and she was able to attain the arahanthood. At that point, Buddha emphasized or explained this the first stanzas to the to Kisa Gotami and also to the monks. Yocha wassa satang jeewe appasang amatang padang ekahang jeevitang seyo passato amatang padang. Like Kisa Gotami, if a person lives a single day with practicing Dhamma, is better than a person live 100 years without practicing Dhamma. And a lot of people and a lot of monks and lay devotees were there, and everybody was able to understand this Dhamma, and they wanted to enter to the real path. That was the Dhamma and the stanzas and the story behind. And also, I wanted to share with you some Dhamma related to these stanzas compared to this stanzas and this story. We should spend our life somehow with the religious way. We have to practice Dhamma at least a little, because we all have very busy life here. We all have to take care of our kids. We all have to take care of our other things in this life. And also we have to take care of ourselves. While we are doing that, here Buddha emphasize us to follow some Dhamma, practice some Dhamma. Here, according to their doctrine, the Buddha says, at least we have to practice the loving kindness meditation. The loving kindness meditation is very valuable and very useful task in our life. If we can bless others' success, or if we can share loving kindness with others, that is very good. It's very difficult, and that is very good, because it is very difficult us to see others' success. That is human nature. But if we can see, or if we can wish others happiness, loving kindness, at least that's very useful in our life. These are the things I wanted to share with you today. And thank you so much for listening then and joining us. And today the Dhamma talk was sponsored by Mr. Me Nguyen and Giayo and Manjula, those three and family members and friends. As I earlier mentioned, they always sponsor things in our temple and always support us. And I would like to share this energy of this Dhamma talk and power of this Dhamma talk with them, and also all the people who listen Dhamma talk today. Everybody have free from sickness and free from disaster and free from suffering, and may all you be able to understand and realize the truth, the Dhamma, and finally may all attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. And also, let's share these merits with all our departed relatives. I know me, Gyayo, and Manjula has so many departed relatives in your family members, relatives, and friends. And also, all the departed relatives of this audience. Let's share this merit with all the departed ones. All the departed ones gain this merits, receive these merits. By receiving these merits, may they have a better life, and finally may they attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And also let's share this merits with all the deities. All the deities receive these merits, and receiving these merits, all the deities have successful and comfort their life, and also protect the Nguyen family, especially Manjula. These days she's doing her studies, and she really needs mental support and mental energy. Deities may protect her and give her some booster to do her schoolwork and get a better grades. And finally, all the deities also attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And finally, may all of you, these merits support me, all of you, to free from samsara and attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Akasattha ca bummatta deva naga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkhantु sasanam. Akasattha ca bummatta deva naga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkhantु sasanam. Akasattha ca bummatta deva naga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkhantु sasanam.